He's coming. Hey, Chris.
Chris?
Do you remember us?
Yes.
Jay?
Okay.
Oh, this is you.
Moment there.
You look much different.
They, get the haircut every 2 months, but just to buzz pretty much everything off and all that, so.
I think, did you have a
Yes,
tea last time? Okay.
that day I have like a little single blade razor, so I just kind of, like go past the stubble, you just kind of,
Do the best you can, huh?
just gotta go with that.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm okay, how about you guys?
Good. Good.
I did not expect to see this, that's for sure.
Surprise.
Yes.
Well, let me put some fears aside. We're not here for what you might think we might be here for.
Well, they didn't know what that's a computer room. I was like, I didn't know how to computer room.
Without computers.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you remember, I talked to you, Tammy talked to you, Dave talked to you. We're all in Colorado. And so the last time we talked to you, it was a different situation, right? Our investigation was open and your case was open. That's completely different now. So your case is completely closed. Nothing about what we're going to talk about today has anything to do with an open investigation. So we're not here to get more charges on you or get any statements from you that are going to jam you up anymore, right? That's all done. So all of our cases are closed and the court case is closed. So there's nothing that we're going to talk about today that's going to get you in any type of trouble at all. And so I wanted to make sure you knew that that's not why we're here. Okay. But why we are here. So the three of us work from 3 different agencies, right? Quite a bit different. CBI, FBI, and Frederick. Different goals. And the things that happened with you kind of all brought us together. And as the months have passed on, since everything happened, we just keep in touch with each other, we keep talking to each other. And we've all separately kind of said, did Chris seem unique to you? And me and Tammy have talked about this, Dave and I have talked about this. Did Chris's situation seem different to you? And we keep having that conversation. We can't quite put our finger on it, right? We think that your life leading up to all of the things that happened were very interesting to us. And for me personally, I don't know if you remember, but one of the last things you told me was, hey, Graham, I'm sorry that I started lying. And that stuck with me for the last couple months. It ringed in my head, right? I've never, ever worked a case like this where someone told me that, ever. And so as I walked away, I thought, Chris is different. Chris is a little bit unique in that regard. So in talking with Tammy and talking with Dave, I said, what did you feel like when it all went down? When we were there, we were talking to you guys, and we all kind of, in our own different way and in our own different wording, said it all happened a bit too quick for us, right? So when we saw you last, you were talking and talking and talking about your family, about your parents, about everyone. And then the next thing you know, for me and Tammy and for Dave, all of a sudden some patrol officers came in and arrested you. And that was far quicker than we had hoped it would happen. And you understand why that happened, and we understand why that happened. But it left us with 1,000 questions that we didn't get to ask. And then even more importantly, I think it probably left you with 1,000 things you didn't get to talk about with us. I don't know if you feel that way or not, but, and so that's why we're here today. We wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit more about everything, I think there's a lot of things that you didn't get to talk about, and so, that's why we're here, and it sticks with me that to this day, there's not one person that's told me, I saw it coming. I knew Chris was like that. I knew it. Not one person. So it's interesting to me, right? Not one. So we want to talk a little bit about that. Some of the people that we work with, your family, Shanann's family, have said, if you get to talk to Chris, if you tell him some things for me. So we have that to talk about today, and it's good. I think you'll like it. I think it will give you some closure. And so really that's why we're here. Are you available to talk to us?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So off the bat, if you have any questions, just tell us.
Okay.
If there's something that you don't want to talk about, that's okay. We might press you a little bit. Okay, we might say, Well, do you mind if we just maybe then ask one question? Something makes you uncomfortable, just tell us. If we need to take any bathroom breaks, we can take bathroom breaks. For anything like that. And we'll take bathroom breaks and water breaks ourselves too. So then, is there anything about your schedule today that makes it that you can't talk to us?
No, there was like a pass for this in the AM and the PM.
Okay.
Yeah, they reserve the room the whole day.
Oh,
Just
okay.
in case.
That's just what they do.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like two separate things or something like that.
I think you have to go back for lunch to get counted for or something.
Oh.
Accounted for.
Yeah, I think
11:30.
lunch is like 11, but they count for like 12:15. So
Okay. So in general, how is it here?
it's a lot different than Colorado.
Was it?
It's
Good or bad?
It's better, I think, because I mean, it's here. I'm actually around other people. I mean, in Colorado, it was just like I was segregated, and it was like pounding on the walls all night, screaming, and it was telling me.
From other people?
Oh,
Really?
they're just telling me like how I should kill myself and like what they're gonna do to me and just like all that kind of stuff. So
Oh.
it was, today, this is a lot different because I mean, people here don't seem to. It's not like they don't care, but it's just kind of like they don't like judge you as soon as you walk in. Colorado was like they knew why I was there and that was it. There's like they had 1 second alone with me. It would have been
Really?
they were
Jeez, man. Must be out then.
out of like Clark County Jail. I don't know what it was like in DOC there, but they had to lock down the jail for me to walk down the hallway.
Wow. Okay, well, so then make sure you were completely separated from anyone else.
Wow.
Like I didn't see anybody else there. Like I was next to somebody, but like I never saw them.
You just hear them.
How did I know who you were?
I don't know. I just they make phone calls in there too,
Oh, okay.
and they got the newspaper in there before I got in there. So
Yeah. How's, have you been able to talk with family?
oh yeah, definitely. Like we get from 6 p.m. to 7:30. That's our my unit's timeout. So we get to use the phone at that point in time.
Really? And do they charge for it, or?
Oh, it's just like it's like secures or something.
Okay. And how do you make money to pay for that?
They put money on the phone.
Oh.
So if I call, like if I would like to dial somebody's number, they have to have like a phone account set up.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
it's unrestricted.
And then so who you call pays for it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Have you been able to talk to like family members and parents and all
Yeah,
that?
my mom and dad, my sister.
Okay. Good. Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't hear from me. They're like, "Oh, what's wrong?"
Oh, good. And how was it with them?
And so far, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was hard to hear your parents at sentencing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were gonna say.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And so, yeah. I really appreciate what they said. I don't know about you.
I definitely was. I didn't expect them to be there. I knew they were there on the 6th. But I didn't expect them to fly back. And I wanted to fly back for that.
Yeah. And then along with your mom said.
Definitely.
Good. Well, so we have 1,000 questions. I'm sure you do too. Do you care if we start, or do you have any questions for us?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that we're battling with is, and I won't make any assumptions today. So, are you aware that this was a national story?
After a little while, I didn't talk to my parents while I was in Colorado.
Okay.
Because, I mean, my attorney team told me, all right, no phone calls, no letters, no nothing.
Okay.
So, like, I made one phone call when I was in the segregation area there, but my dad thought it was, like, somebody like a news.
Oh.
Somebody trying to call him.
Oh.
So he didn't answer?
Yeah, so he didn't answer, but other than that,
Okay.
I didn't talk to anybody, but from what some of the stuff we were saying that, or my attorney team coming in and said, this is like, they've got people from Australia, England, all kinds of people trying to figure out what's going on. So,
Did they send you any of the letters, like fan mail or anything? Well.
I got letters, but I couldn't keep them, like, with me, so, like, I could read them, like, on my hour out, but, like, I got a bunch of letters that had no return address and stuff that was just, not very good letters.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. They came from a weird perspective, didn't they? From what we have heard.
definitely, there was one person, I guess, from Broomfield that was, like, writing, like, 4 times a week trying to come visit me, and then there was just a lot of people, like, writing that was, like, tweet through markers saying, you know, like you're a monster, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Alright. Well, we're gonna talk about some hard issues today, but I don't intend to take you to a dark place today.
Okay.
I hope that when we're done, you'll feel better. I hope it'll be therapeutic. We're gonna talk about, obviously, what happened with your family, and so that's gonna be hard to talk about. I appreciate anything you can tell me about it. If you need to take time out, if you need to get a tissue, that's fine, right? I think it'll be very good for you. It'll be good for us. And so one of the reasons I asked about that national attention is we were aware that you were getting a lot of letters, a lot of interest, and then us personally as law enforcement, we got so many people who claim to have known you, claim to have been with you, dated you, slept with you, and 99 times out of 100 they were just crazy people, right? And so maybe that's a good place to start. Had you heard about any of that?
John Walsh told me about one dude from Wyoming.
Yeah.
Trent?
Yeah, that guy. That blew my mind. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
And who told you about that?
Attorney John Walsh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mind if we talk about him?
Graham and I interviewed him.
You had to?
Yes.
Way out of our lives.
Yes.
So Trent, in summary, Trent came in and said, met you online on a dating app, had a few, casual but quick sexual encounters with you. And let me be very clear. Not only are we not here to jam you up today, we're also not here to judge you. And if there is anything like that, you can imagine we've heard way worse, way different, So if it's true, I hope that you can just casually say, yeah, I mean, this happened. It wasn't as bad as he said, but maybe this happened. So his story was met online, met you, and it was a time when you were experimenting with maybe men. And so he said he met a couple times, met his friends, went to an apartment, had a couple of meetings in a parking lot, and that was basically it. Any of that sound familiar? Okay.
I never met the guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he talked about being in your truck with your girls, like the whole 9 yards. So.
Okay. All right.
I never even been to Wyoming, let alone
Okay.
driven up there to see something.
Yeah. And so this is maybe a weird question for you. Do you have any gay experience?
No.
Okay. Any interest? Okay. Never had a time, experimented, wondered?
No.
Okay. Is it possible that he found you instead of you finding him?
From what John told me, he just found me on like a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I don't even have that app.
Okay.
Never got you guys my phone, so
Okay.
you can probably,
Yeah.
you can probably saw what app I had. But I've never even heard of the app, but
Okay.
apparently, like, he told me, like, met him to do, like, a rehab center or something.
Is that what he said?
No, that was another guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally, no idea.
So did you see a picture of him on the news or anything?
John showed me a picture of him.
Okay.
He was like, well, this guy, I'm like, John was kind of, making fun, like, you know him? Sure. Like,
So you saw it and you were like, no way.
Yeah, I was just
Big
like,
lips? Did you see the giant lips?
yeah, it was just like, I have no clue. This guy.
And he's somewhat memorable. I mean,
Yeah.
if you met him or talked to him or got to know him, you might remember. He was kind of meek,
Yeah.
but also a little bit flamboyant.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did fake lips, or not fake lips, but injections. Very into skincare and makeup. And he mentioned that one of the times, just as a gift, you got him some skincare products.
Mhm.
Does any of that sound familiar?
No.
Okay. You can imagine all the stuff we're dealing with. Okay, so that's one.
Mhm.
Trent Bowles. There was another gal that you were dealing with.
Amanda McMahon. Have you ever heard that name? No.
John showed me a picture of her.
Okay.
Oh, you did see a picture of her too?
Yeah, he had like,
Yeah, does that look familiar?
that's the same picture he showed me on the
Okay.
SSO one. I was looking, I was like, who's that? He's like, oh, you don't know her either?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
He said it was like a Chick-fil-A parking lot, rendezvous or something.
Right.
That's what she's claiming. Okay.
Only one, one Chick-fil-A in Colorado, that was the one in Broomfield, Highway 7.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable enough today to tell us if there were other people?
Yeah, it was just Nicole.
Okay. That was it? Okay. As these people have come out, for the most part, we've not given their stories much credit. they're just crazy people who want attention. And so, but when that does happen, it does make us think, you know, there may have been others. So Nicole was the only one.
That was the only one.
Was there ever like a one-night stand with someone else just out of the blue and one and done? Okay. All right. You might talk a little bit more about Nicole. So walk me through it, because that was one of the things we never really got to ask you about.
Right, we didn't
We
talk.
just kind of skipped on and, you know, talked about where the girls were, but, so what happened there?
So it was probably around June 1st or something. That's when I first met her. And it was just like a work conversation. She messed with the gas meters that, you know, we were out in the field. And I was messing up, and then, you know, I took it to her like, hey, you know, what's going on with this? Like, how do I fix it? And, you know, after that, you know, we just ran into each other a few times in the office, and I think it was probably the 4th time meeting. She had asked me, because like when we were talking back and forth, I would say, you know, like we moved here from Colorado or from North Carolina and stuff like that, and then she's like, what's all this weed stuff? I'm like, oh, I took out my phone and showed her a picture, like my girl's on the phone. It's like, oh, okay. She's like, so like, yeah. Like, I didn't wear a ring to work because like I took it off so I get refitted when I got lost all that weight. So, but
You lost so much weight that your fingers lost weight?
it was literally like I was out in the snow one time, snowing like that, and my ring went off on the rocks. So I was like, I was panicking trying to find out like, hey, where is this one? But so after that, she left me alone for a couple of days, and she texted me outside the field. And then after that, we just kept texting back and forth, and it was just, you know, it's like, you know, like she used to work in a little rig out in North Dakota, I think. And we just kind of shared the stories back and forth about what we did and everything. And then one day it just kind of went to a different level. And then I never thought it would ever go to that level. But she was talking about meeting up after we got back from San Diego. Yeah, we were in San Diego from the 22nd to the 26th of June. And we met up after we got back. And
How did you guys meet up?
at a park in Thornton. Yeah, Thornton somewhere. And after that, we just kept seeing each other pretty much the whole month of July.
So let me ask you this, you tell me if I'm wrong. You strike me as somewhat of a shy person. So when you guys were meeting, it was just kind of very initiatory, like flirting at first? Okay. From both sides?
Yeah, it was just kind of like feeling each other out. It's kind of like,
Yeah. And so, texts, any calls?
more near the end of June,
Okay. And what makes you remember that it's June, that it happened?
because we called each other before I left to go to San Diego.
Oh, okay. All right. At first, did you think something might happen?
I just thought it was just flirting. I didn't think it was actually like something that would actually happen.
Yeah. Well, it's totally natural, right? I mean, everyone kind of flirts at work, right? Because the relationship between men and women is different. So if you're working with a girl at work, it's just kind of natural to flirt. I get it.
I wish I would stop the field more instead of at the office. Those,
Yeah. I can kind of see it in your eyes. That's kind of where the path started.
Yeah, I mean, if I was like, because when I went from like a rover to a field coordinator, like I would spend more morning time in the office trying to get everything like situated where we're gonna go, everything like that. So if I was a rover, I'd be more out in the field, and instead of like coming to the office like for going more than an hour.
Right.
It just gave me more time to run into her, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. What did she know about you? Did she know you were married at first?
She did, once I showed her the pictures on my phone. Like, you know, the home screen picture and everything. So.
Was your wife in that picture, or was it just your girl?
It was just my girls right there, but my wife was the lock screen.
Oh.
So she knew I was married and my kids.
Okay.
Are you aware that she said she didn't know you were married? What did you think about that?
I figured it was like, just trying to save face, trying to, you know, just trying to, some of my sister said it was like, just trying to keep things together.
Yeah.
Just trying to, she phrased it a different way, but just kind of like, just like ground control, just trying to control everything that's going on around her, because I'm sure she got bombarded by all kinds of different sides from the media and so.
Did you talk to her at all? No.
I'm hoping she hasn't, like, written me in a different alias or something. I'm not talking to her that way.
Oh.
And are you not allowed to talk to her?
I would hope that.
Okay. No one told you that, though?
No, I mean, I would expect, like, I thought, like, Colorado had said, like, on the DOC list, if you're on, like, a victim list, you can't call anybody.
Oh, right.
But here, I'm not sure if that's the same, but I've just talked to my sister, parents, some friends of my parents.
Do you wish you could talk to her?
Maybe once, just to
Get some closure?
say, like, hey, just once.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, like, I'm sorry this all happened. I'm sorry. I'm not sure, like, what happened, like, afterwards, like, what you went through, like, if you had, like, counseling, if you're, like, different state, if you had to leave everything behind. I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry, and that's something I never saw in my life happening, or happening to somebody else either.
Would you be alright if we told her that?
That's fine.
Do you want us to do it or not?
And if she would want to even talk to you guys, then I'm not sure if you sound confident. I'm sure she'd answer your phone call more than the attorney phone call that she didn't want to go answer. Yeah.
Oh, so your attorney tried to call her and she wouldn't answer?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I remember her phone number, but after that they figured out, I guess, where she lives. They left a call business card there. And she just, pretty much after like the 5th attempt, she said stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's getting bombarded like everyone else. So.
Hopefully it's calmed down since, but I'm sure, like, I just hope she can, like, there's, like, normalcy for her, since she's on the outside, but I'm hoping it can get that way at some point. I'm not sure if she had to leave Colorado or not, but I'm sure, like, that would have been hard if she did. I know that Anarcho was her dream job, so that's the one thing I always, like, asked my attorneys is, like, did she have to leave? Like, did she have to do anything at work? That was one thing. She always told me that was her dream job, so.
Oh, really? Where did she leave?
Like, like, in the oil company in Anarcho was, like, I mean, unless you're working for, like, BP or, like, Connington Phillips or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And Anarcho's, like,
Those like big leagues.
yeah.
Can I ask kind of a tough question? Did you love her?
I felt like it was true.
I think so too. I think it was the same from her. Okay. Tell us about the time you spent with her.
Well, I mean, it felt like it was, I think, like, when you say, like, I was more like a shy guy, it's kind of like I've never, like, been pursued by anybody before. It's kind of like I was the one, trying to pursue, because, like, when me and Shanann met, it was like, she was always, like, pushing me away, kind of like,
She was sick for a while, right?
oh, yeah, she had just got diagnosed with lupus, and she was on, like, a bunch of different medications and stuff, and, it was, like, I guess I wasn't her type. And
You weren't her type?
I wasn't her type, because, like, she told me, like, when she first, because we had met, she
Told you that?
I remember you telling me that.
yeah, it was like, when we first met, like, it was at a movie theater. My cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I
think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know, like, that
We weren't having a game.
So she was fancy and he was in like shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
Like, I should have known the doorman, was in a suit. I was just like, this isn't good. But, like, when
Which is a theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
it was
Kinda?
in Charlotte, it was called the Epicenter, and apparently they give you, like, champagne and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he came like he was going to a
Like I was,
Cinemax.
like I was going to a pub.
Like a AMC.
Like
theater.
No, it was like you most watch the normal movie, but like you can like drink champagne and like have like a Jack and Coke at the theater and just sit there, and whatever. But like yeah, so when she first saw me, she was like, I should probably just turn and talk to the bartender a little more. Like, no, I'm not you're here to meet. But yeah, like I was like persistent trying to pursue something. I liked her, and even on our first day, like I couldn't even eat anything really. I was just like nervous out yet.
Really?
Yeah, it was just she was just like, chowing down. And she was like, you eat like a bird. I'm like, no, I didn't. And she talked to my parents, like, months later. She's like, this guy just never ate. Like, this guy eats like a trash disposal. It's trash disposal. I was like, no, not around me. I was like, well, I was nervous. I was just like, I was always like shaking and everything. But yeah, I was always pursuing her, and then just like finally I grew onto her. Like, I would always like with her medications and stuff, I would always like, she had like 8 bottles of medication, so I would always get like her day and night and kind of like put them all in that little, flip open and go box, all that kind of stuff. And I would always, be around her. I even went to her colonoscopy. And she said after that she knew I was like kind of a keeper. It's like, who goes to a colonoscopy after 3 months with somebody? Right.
That's a little soon.
Well, she asked if she needed a ride. I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want to go across the colonoscopy with me? I'm like, sure, why not? Like, even sat with her while she drank that nasty stuff all day. Yeah.
Oh. Or she's in the bathroom all day?
Yeah.
that clear stuff that doesn't really taste clear. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, it felt like it was a great relationship. Everything was great.
Now you're talking about with Kissinger?
No, with Tom Ocean, and like the first year, like, my parents never. Oh no, my mom was always kind of hesitant.
Why?
I was a baby, I guess. I never, because I never had a girlfriend in high school, so it's kind of like she never like really saw me like.
Oh, interesting. So she's kind of watching her baby walk out a little bit.
Yeah, because I turned 18, I graduated, I never moved back.
Okay.
At home, so
How
my
old?
sister moved back and forth all the time. So
How old were you when you met Shanann?
I was 25. It was 2010. So
Okay.
So no serious girlfriends before that?
nothing more than like 6 months or so. Yeah, there was some girls here and there, but just nothing more than like. The last girlfriend I had before Shanann, she was just actually got divorced. I should never did that, but it was more of like I was kind of like helping her get through her divorce. It seemed like she went on to somebody else. I'm like, oh, nice to know.
You're the rebound guy?
The rebound guy.
Pretty much, but that's how it goes.
Would you say that in your relationships with women, it seems to me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it seems to me like you're attracted to maybe a more dominant personality?
It seemed like it because I was more of the just reserved. I mean, I just kind of like go with the flow type.
Yeah.
And then like Shanann usually made all the decisions. It seemed like so.
I get that. I'm the same. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't think that's right with you, but.
So then, and I know it's hard to keep bouncing back and forth, but and one of the reasons we're here is we just keep telling ourselves, Chris just does not fit the mold. Chris is not.
No.
Like it just blows us away what happens, right? And so we will do a little bit of bouncing back and forth, and that's really just to get to know you a little bit better, because we never really got that chance, did we? We were talking about
Twice.
Yeah.
Met you once.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 or 4 times probably.
So then with, do you call her Nikki or Nicole?
I would call her Nikki.
Okay.
I know there's so many Nickies and Nicoles in this.
Right, there is.
That I got confused.
So we'll call her Nikki.
Okay.
So then with Nikki, was it different?
It just seemed like I was more in control. It seemed like, and that never happened. Like she'd actually like ask me like my opinion on a lot of things, just like what I wanted to do. It just kind of like okay.
That's new, wasn't it?
It's very new.
Fascinating to me. And so did it feel more like an equal partnership, or?
It seemed like it.
Yeah. Okay. So then, when it was date night, would you guys talk about it? Would you ask to go somewhere, or would she say, I want to go somewhere? Was it
The first time we went out, it was to a movie over at the Orchard, up 44th over there, and I asked her like, hey, you want to go see this movie? And like, she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And we just got there, it was sold out, and normally you'd probably just have just wait 2 hours, like not just go home, but now she just wanted to walk around and talk. Okay.
Oh wow.
So that was different, and I think she wanted to go to the car museum, Shelby Museum in Boulder. I've never been there. And
That's right up your alley.
Yeah. I was just like, that was awesome, just to walk around cars for like an hour or so. And then, drag race in Vandermeer.
Okay.
I haven't been to a drag race since 2008. And that was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Like, they have a like, drag strip over there. This, like, the NHRA, the Top Fuel, the fun car stuff, like me and my dad used to grow up,
Yeah.
go there, like, all the time. And then, like, went camping in Sand Dunes National Park. And I'd never been camping. I always wanted to do it. Thought it was, she'd done it, like, countless times. Like,
Oh, really? Okay. She's outdoorsy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's, I guess every time, like, she needed to clear her head, she'd just go by herself. Just go somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's a completely new type of person and relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What were you thinking this whole time? Like, in the back of your head?
In the back of my head, I was telling myself, what are you doing? Like, every time, I open up my phone, I can see pictures, like, of my wife and my kids. It's like, what am I doing? And then, like, every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was in my face.
Oh.
And it was, like, every time I look back on it, like, like, I have pictures of my wife and kids and myself. And, like, every night, or every morning, every night, I just, talk to them, say, like I have, like, this book. I used to read for CC, and I remember that book, so I read that to them, like, every night. And, like, there's some scripture and stuff that I read to them, so I just try to think back, like, I wish this never happened. And it's like, I wish that blinder went on my head, right in my eyes, that would have seen what was going on. Like, I was having, everybody says, oh, you're just out there having fun while your kids, or kids and wife are on vacation. I was like, no, it wasn't like that, but it seemed like that's what it looked like when, when you're going, you're going to camping, going to drag race, going all this other stuff that you have fun doing, but you're with somebody else, it's not your family. It just didn't seem right. Like, I was with her, it just didn't seem like I could even see that anymore. I was there at her house pretty much every night. So it was like I didn't have that time at home just to really think about anything. Because literally I didn't, like, I was only at home from, like, when I got home from work. I worked out, I ate dinner, and then I went over to her house. Like, I never slept in my house, like, the whole month of July.
Now, talk me through that, though. When you said you went home and then you were at her house, is that while Chanel was gone? Oh, okay. So you weren't even at your house.
No.
This all happened so quickly, didn't it?
It was insane quickly. Like, I didn't, like, she even told me, like, she was never, in, like, a normal relationship, she would never have somebody over at her house, like, more than, like, once or twice a week, but she felt like she wanted me over there.
Yeah.
She said she felt comfortable over there.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, that's what was different, like, she wanted me over there. But I just wish that all that would just go away. I just wish almost like I know it's hard, I know it's wrong to say, I wish I'd never met somebody, but I wish I'd, maybe met her at work and then just kept it that way.
I think if we had a time machine, I don't think this would happen again. Because some people, when this happens, you're like, well, if it wasn't this time, it would have been next time, or it would have been the next time. It just wouldn't have happened with you, would it? And it happened so quickly, it did. You tell me if I'm wrong. You're not the type of guy to take control sometimes when you need to.
Yeah.
It seems like that's just what happened.
Yeah, I didn't take control of the situation. It's like the situation controlled me.
Right, it just happened. No, I get that, man. I'm somewhat passive myself, and it's like, there's situations where I'm like, well, why did I let that keep going?
Yeah. I don't know why. It was like a roller coaster ride that I just kept punching and taking on and just never let me get up.
Yeah. Can we talk about the hardest subject? When we were talking, the last time we talked about was where the girls were, but we never really got to talk about that night. What happened?
So nothing really happened that night. It was in the morning.
Okay.
It was, me and Jeanette, she she got home like at 2 o'clock. And, I felt her get into bed. And I just felt like I didn't really, so I just made sure I looked at my phone out at 2 o'clock and make sure she's up there, she's in there. And I could kind of feel her kind of stirring around a little bit. I just had a feeling that she knew, like, what was going on. I mean, obviously, I didn't use, like an NRCO gift card, that I got, and I used my actual credit card. I kind of just felt like she knew what was going on, and she started rubbing her hand on me, and we ended up having sex, but, I guess that was more like a test.
Oh,
I would have thought.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because when we talked, when I woke up later on in the morning, like, I pretty much, told her, like, I didn't think it was going to work anymore. And she was like, what happened? What was last night? So I figured that's called a test after I've gone through everything in my head. And she just told me, like, to get off of her. And she was like, I knew there was somebody else, I knew there was somebody else, and there was somebody else. I couldn't just say, yes, there is somebody else, but then she said, never going to see the kids again, never going to see them again, get off me, don't hurt the thing.
Is that what you said?
So, just like when I climbed in bed, that was pretty much like on top, pretty much like straddling her, kind of deal.
Okay.
And she thought I was gonna hurt her or her baby or something. So. Because she knew that something had happened. She thought I was just trying to just check out or something. So. And that's what happened.
I know it's hard, but do you mind if we talk just a tiny bit deeper about that? So she comes home. She touches you, you guys have sex, it seems like she's doing her test, which I understand. Sounds like you do too.
I'm sure, Nikki or not so Nikki, Nicole Atkinson or Kathy probably told her,
That's what I was thinking, right? They talked about it during that whole weekend.
more than likely, that's my parents told me there was going through text messages, it's all, pretty much, they all kind of just told her with somebody else time to go.
Yeah. And she spent a lot of time with the gals. That's what they did probably all weekend is talk about it, give her advice. I think that's what we found, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she comes home. You guys have sex. And then did you fall asleep between then and going to work?
Yes.
Okay. So then at some point, does she wake you up or is he waking up for work?
Around 11 points.
Oh, okay. And you're going to work out. But then that's when she started wanted to talk more. She was pretty mad.
Yeah, it was, I had already kind of knew that, using that credit card, it was kind of,
Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I had no other way to do it.
Oh.
I used, because I got these Anarcho gift cards from, doing good stuff at work and stuff like that. I had to use them all.
Oh. What's part of me is like, screw it, whatever, I don't care. I'm using this card.
Part of me just wants to say, Nikki, can you pay for this? But I don't know. Yeah. Even I think my attorney said she even knows I used a different card, like a blue card. Maybe she thought, I felt comfortable enough just using a normal bank account or something. But I told her I was going to Rocky. I told you I was going to Rocky.
Yeah.
It was it felt like looking back at everything, just reading the scripture more and more now, I can see God gave me opportunities to get at it. Even my friend Jeremy Lindstrom, he even invited me because it was his daughter that came and watched the kids on that Saturday night, and he was like, hey, you said we're going to a Rocky game. You want to go to me with the Bronco game and watch the Arizona Cardinals? In my mind, it was go. Just say, hey, I can't find a babysitter. Yeah. And maybe that would have been like a light switch in my head goes off, light switch in her head goes off, maybe it just goes different directions. That was kind of my last opportunity to kind of get out, it seems like. I wish I would have said, yeah, let's go. Yeah. And I think that would have just put me on a different trajectory.
So then, Shanann, did she actually say you're never going to see the kids again?
She said it to me before.
Yeah. That's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah, because she said to me before she went to Arizona. Because, like, I wasn't really sleeping at the bedroom. I was sleeping on the couch or in the basement bed or something. And, like, she had slammed the door. You're never going to see the kids again. Or something. Yeah.
Did she get fiery like that?
Only once in our entire relationship I've ever seen her that way.
Yeah. And that was a time before, or was that on the night that it happened?
No, it was, right back in North Carolina.
Oh.
It was just like one of those, it was just a fiery argument that I never raised my voice to her or anything, and like, you know, I just got mad and I slammed the door, and she was like, ow. I'm like, just slammed the door.
Was that when you were in North Carolina that last week?
No, it was like,
Previous to
it
that?
was like 2010, 2011.
Oh.
It was like early. In her old house.
Before kids?
Yes.
Were you dating, or were you married at that point?
Dating.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't remember what it was about. I think some girl maybe texted me like from my past or something, and like I was just like, ugh. And she was like, you know, don't have that happen again. And I'm just like, I can't have friends.
Right.
They're females. Like I don't even talk to this woman anymore.
Right.
And it was just like, no.
Was she fiery? Did she have that Italian blood that her mom has?
The Lord, yes.
Was she always like that, or was she, did she snap at things?
She would snap at me, but you could tell, like, you know, something really irked her a little bit.
Yeah.
It would come out.
0 to 100 type thing, or what?
Yeah, 0 to 200.
Oh, interesting.
She gets activated about something. She's like, all right, it's gonna happen.
Well, that's why she was probably so successful at Thrive, right?
Oh yeah, like she had done a couple other like direct sales business, but this one was just like it was different.
Why?
This one like, so I think she had done like Origami Owl and like something called like It Works, and then like some other couple other things like some bags and stuff like that with the supplement stuff. But just because it worked with her, it worked with me. She's like, okay, I can kind of like use this, but like, all right, this is what it's doing for us.
Yeah.
And then like after a little while, like she could see how like people are above her, how it was helping them, and then it was just like trickle down effect. And it was like a good system about like, you know, commission wise and everything was just she could use all the business IQ she has from running those cell phone shops and from the dirty South custom shops and all that. And she's business minded.
Yeah.
She knows how to do an accounting book like the back of her hand. So it all just like fell into place with all that.
So then on that night, was it just a new type of fight?
It was
Never had, or what? What happened?
Yeah, it was a totally different type of fight. It was you know, it just felt like, I don't know, it was more anger than anything else. Like there was emotion to it at first, and it just felt like it was just anger. It was just like, you know, like there was no love there. It was kind of like what we were saying, what she was saying. It was just like it's almost like we knew like something was combating at each other. We didn't know, like it wasn't ourselves.
Really? Anger from you or anger from her?
I think it was more anger from me and more like desperation from her because she wanted to fix it. Yeah. She knew something wasn't right. Like, you know, like when the whole thing with my parents happened with my parents called it Nutgate. Nutgate.
What's that?
Oh.
The peanut.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatnot.
Oh, with her family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pistachio ice cream or whatever.
Yeah, they
Nutgate.
call it Nutgate.
I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that either.
Yeah, I guess what people are calling it.
Okay.
But that was like another out. Like, you know, maybe I could have just like stopped everything with Vicky and just kind of concentrated on helping like whatever happened there.
Okay.
She had a story, my mom had a story. Like, I don't know, whatever happened. I probably asked my 10-year-old nephew. Probably can tell me what actually happened.
Well, they both have their feelings for good reasons, and they both didn't see it the other person's way. And
Yeah, and like maybe because I didn't talk to my parents from then on until like August 6th. And like, you know, my dad took that whole week off,
You didn't talk to your parents about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like Janelle was like, do not talk to them, do not call them, do not do anything.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. And Cece's birthday was 17th, but I think the actual birthday party was like a couple days after.
In August?
July.
July?
Yeah. And like my mom or my dad was gonna go, but then there was like a post on Facebook about allergies and stuff like that she hadn't made, and my dad was like, nah, I just can't do it anymore. Just like, cause,
He perceived that as her taking a shot, I think?
yeah.
Okay.
And she always says she never, put those posts directed at anybody, but she had a
If
method.
you read them, you know who it's from
Yeah.
you're talking about.
She had a method to the madness, and you can see it. But I wish I could have just took more time just to fix that. Cause like I wanted my parents to be involved, like since like the whole wedding thing, and then up to that, it was like my mom, my sister were always like combating with Shan, combating with them. My dad was always cool. Like he's just like me. He's just like go with the flow. Like I just want everybody to get along type deal.
I loved your dad.
Sonny's the best.
Isn't he? I
So-
loved your dad.
I'm sorry, keep going.
That's cool. I just wish I could have like just when we were at the beach in August. Like my dad was supposed to take the whole week off just so we could see the kids and like see me. Like we have a cookout at my sister's house or something. And then but we just pretty much spent 5 days at the beach. And Shannon like booked it to like I don't want to say like punishment for them not to see the kids, but like I wanted them to see it, see them. Just